haven't noticed. Um, so yeah, if that is what you're into, welcome to my magical channel. I'm gonna try and be more consistent for the new year, for the new seasons. That's my goal, is to be more consistent, because this is something that I want to do. It brings me enjoyment, and yeah, so that's really it. So I have some, I have some cellulite. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I have a really hard time pronouncing words. Sorry, dyslexic here. Whoop-de-doo. But yeah, so if you want to use this, you can. If you're not into that, why are you here? Sorry, but yeah. I use this when I get ready to do tarot readings. I use this. Sometimes I'll just rub it along my body to cleanse my energy, get rid of any OO, because people are weird out here, and even if they don't mean to send you, evil eye OO, they still can, envy, gluttony, jealousy, stuff like that. They can even do it unintentionally and may not even realize, but there are some people out there who really just send you negative fucking vibes for no reason. So we're gonna get rid of that today. So yeah, and then I also have my book here that I love books, if you haven't noticed. It's called Italian Folk Magic, by Rose Inzetta. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, if you're into like folk magic and stuff, this is a really good book. It has a lot of details, a lot of good ways to get rid of evil eye, or just, other things that pertain to that. So I might read like an excerpt from the book. I'm not too sure yet. And honestly, don't mind the box in the background that has my Christmas tree that I haven't taken out yet. So don't shame me or anything for that. Yeah. And the first page I fucking turned to is chapter 7, The Evil Eye. So I'll just read you this part. It says, much of Italian folk magic and healing revolves around the evil eye, Maliko. I don't know how to say it. This is where some can harm another person with their eye, their gaze. The idea that a single glance or jealous intention can cause harm sounds like ancient magic, but the belief has never been more popular. Amulets to ward off evil eye and curses from another ancient cultures, such as the Turkish Nazar eye, have become mainstream in the fashion industry and home good markets, ranging from jewelry, towels, and homewares. The Nazar is universally recognized as protection. As a protection amulet, Italians have their own amulets to ward off the malako. For more information, obviously I'm going to go to pages 142 to 147. Even in this high-tech modern world, amulets are used for protection because this AI stuff is fucking weird. So yeah, I don't know what we're getting into for the new year, but we're going to cleanse the energy for this week. I'm going to do another video later this month to cleanse the energy for the new year, the new season, the return of the light, getting past the Yule season. I'm lucky enough that the sun is out today. I haven't seen the sun in like a week, it feels like. But yeah, so let's go to pages 142 to 147. Sorry if you guys hear stuff in the background. I do live in an apartment, but it's actually pretty quiet today. This is like my quiet space. I just come out on my patio, and sometimes I'll just sit here, I'll play music, whatever. I'll do like a cleansing or just like self-love stuff, because I've worked really hard to get where I am, and I just want to share that with other people, because anybody that believes believes in themselves and loves themselves truly, genuinely, can then start to share that with other people, because you can't pour into other people's cups if you're on empty, if that makes sense. So you have to be full of abundance, love, and stuff. And not to say that, like, I don't get depressed or have, like, seasonal depression, or, I mean, obviously I didn't post on here for, like, 3 months, so that says something. But, you know, I try not to hold that against myself, because then I'll just stay in that space for even longer, and I can't do that. But yeah, so let's get to 142 to 147. So, if you ever want to have protection against the evil eye, amulets and charms can be worn as protection against the evil eye. Each one works a little differently, but they all stop the evil eye from targeting you. Some people wear charms pendants as their daily primary source of protection. As you can see, I do work in a setting where I touch people, I draw blood, and sometimes people just come in with the nastiest vibes ever, and not to shame people, because I never know what someone's going through, but if you're just out here being ugly, God don't like ugly. Anyway, yeah, sometimes people's aura just gives me the ick, absolute ick. But then I'm the bad guy for not liking somebody, and then somebody finally sees that they do something that hurts somebody, you know, emotionally or whatever, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I told you. That's gotten me in trouble, but I've learned to live with it, because honestly, I'd rather just protect my peace from people. If automatically your aura gives me the ick, not for me. That's the vibe. That's the season I'm going to in 2026. If your aura gives me the ick, if your vibe, your energy, your frequency, whatever, is not aligned what I think is best for myself, and vibes, I'm really big on vibes, call me crazy, but I'm not keeping that around me. I'm keeping only people, good people around me type shit. Sorry, got a little off track. I do tend to do tangents a lot and just ramble, but if that's your thing, then I'm glad you're here and listening to me talk. Sorry. Okay. Wearing something protective at all times. You can tie a small bow or red ribbon to your undergarments. You can also do that on New Year's Eve. That's also really good. I know in other Mexican communities, they also do that. Sometimes, like, Italian and Mexican folklore merge a lot, or they have overlapping similarities. So if you've ever heard that before, that's probably where it's from. And then, so yeah, you'll tie a red ribbon to your undergarments, wear red clothing or jewelry whenever you can, or apply red lipstick or nail polish. Keep the rosemary sprigs in your bag, next to your phone, near your bed, and in your car. And then you also have a safe metal you can use in your car, or a keychain. For me, you can see I've already like ran through these, but they are St. Michael incense, and there is a little prayer on the back. It's in English and Spanish, so I will read you the English part, because unfortunately my Spanish is no bueno, but I'm working on it. It's St. Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through the world for the ruin of souls. Amen. And for that, I will now light one. I'm not gonna light my hair on fire, but I want you guys to hear the sound of the lighter, because I also love that sound. I've met a lot of good Christians in my life. Some of my family's still Christian. Just, don't be a white supremacist Yahtzee, and I think we'll be alright. Anyway, let me get back to this book that I'm reading. Men can touch or grab their crotch after receiving a compliment, especially one relating to their health or vitality. Okay, and then you can get a bowl and you'll fill it with these protective items. Some of this stuff in this book I've never heard of before, and honestly, some of it really does work. Your attention just has to be there. Everything is all about intention, conscious decisions, energy, stuff like that. So, you'll grab 3 pieces of grain salt, 3 pinches of salt. 3 pieces of grain, 3 pinches of salt, 3 pebbles collected from the middle of a crossroad, 3 pieces of blessed palm or olive leaf. Usually you can have it blessed on Palm Sunday, and 3 pieces from an Easter candle from church. If you don't have access to that, again, you can get things that are similar or adjacent to those items. And again, just have your intention. Sometimes I don't have the right stuff when I'm doing my little prayers or things like that. And again, intention is what matters. I don't think the gods or your spirit guides or stuff are gonna get mad at you for not having the right colored candle or anything. But yeah, so I know some people are really big, like, oh my god, you have to have this, this, and this, and this. And it's like, yes, but also spirituality is so open, and it's your own practice. It's a craft. You make it your own. So as long as you're not being like an evil ass person, I think you'll be alright. So yeah, I'm gonna read the last like little page of this, at least from this book, and then maybe I'll do like a terrible and see what card it gives us as a collective. I really hope you guys like this video so far. I'm really not like trying to put myself in a box. This is what I've wanted to do for a long time, and I hope you can appreciate the like works of my craft and my dedication, even though I've been gone for 3 months and not posting. But I'm really gonna make a vow to myself that I'm gonna post more for the new year and the new seasons, and really try to make this part of my craft, because like I said, I'm in a place now where I feel comfortable to share and have people enjoy my content. Sorry about the sirens, but yeah, I really hope you guys just enjoy what I'm putting out into the world, and if it resonates with you, and if you like it and enjoy it, and you keep coming back to it, and yeah, so I really just hope I can create like my own little community, because it's hard out here for a pimp. But yeah, it's hard out here sometimes, because you can feel alone, and you can feel crazy and woo-woo, and people tell you like what you do is not real and it doesn't work, and they're just casting their own doubts on you, because people hate to see other people accomplish things that they wish they could do, which they can. Everybody can achieve their own accomplishments and reach their goals if they put in the work, the dedication. Again, going back to, this is a craft and you have to work on it, and I need to take my own advice as well, because like I said, I've been gone for 3 months and I am holding myself to that, so I'm gonna at least try to post once a month. I do work in 8 to 5:30, 6:30 jobs sometimes, so I can be there for like 8.5 hours, and some days I'm just really drained. So on the days that I can do this and make videos and make content and not feel so drained, that's what I'll do. So, is the evil eye still real today? The evil eye is not an outdated concept or an old wives' tale. old wives' tale, old wives' tale. I have lived experience and don't doubt that negativity is sent from multiple sources daily, especially since we live in a world filled with stress and uncertainties, especially this whole past year, with everything going on. I'm not gonna get like too deep into that because I don't want to get fucking yanked off YouTube, but the circumstances that are happening in the States right now is something I never think or thought I would live to see. But it has been extremely horrifying to watch through a screen and see people just getting yanked and sent off to places. It's a lot, and I know it can be a lot, especially for the people, the communities being affected. I have friends who are in these endangered communities, and I pray for their protection every single day. So if you ever are doing a prayer, maybe just keep in mind the outcasted communities, the most affected communities. I'm trying to think of the right words to say, but I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to get across. There are really, really bad people in this world, but that does not outweigh the good. I know it can feel like we are drowning in negativity, especially, again, from everything that's going on, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, and there will always be light, no matter what. The dark cannot survive without light, and one day the light will outshine all this darkness, I feel, and we will have a better life, a better environment, a better, just everything will get better, and I really believe that. Call me hopelessly optimistic or whatever, but I really do think, even though there's a lot of horrible things going on, it will get better, because I do believe there's more good people in this world than evil people. Evil people are just the loudest with everything they do, because it affects everybody. The marginalized communities, that's the word I was looking for. The LGBTQ communities, just, every community if you're not a straight white man. But yeah, I really hope you guys like what I'm trying to create of like spiritualism connected to what is going on in our world, and how if we take hold of wanting a better reality and a better world for everybody and ourselves, we can achieve that. And I really do believe that. Again, call me delirious, delulu, woo-woo, whatever, but I really do think if more people find the strength in themselves, our world could be better. And then, let me get back to what this says. I carefully avoid feeling envious if I'm on social media, because we all know people post only the best parts of their lives. I believe negative thought forms exist, and the stronger the emotion, the more harmful it is to the person it is aimed at. Just like people experience emotional heartbreak as a physical manifestation resulting in broken heart syndrome, it's not a stretch to believe that negative emotion can have a detrimental effect too. Sorry, I just want to bring out the cleansing selenite energy again, because there's flies around me right now, and I never have flies when I'm out here, so let's just... Sorry, I did not like that. Okay. We're all capable of giving and receiving the evil eye. It is Sorry, I have a really hard time reading words sometimes. It is concerning to think that something as normal as a person's glance can affect us, and that we cannot control that person's emotions or thoughts. All we can control is how we choose to protect ourselves from this toxic couple other books that I like to read. About like folklore, magic, mythology, stuff like that. So again, if that is something you're into and you like my videos, let me know. If there's stuff I can improve on, let me know. I'm not a hater to constructive criticism, but like, don't be mean about it, you know what I mean? There's a way to deliver a message and to talk to people. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings that have emotions, empathy, compassion, love, stuff like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do a terrible. These are my cards. I love to use these because they have definitions on them if they're like upright or reversed, you know, stuff like that. I might do a one card pull just for the collective for what's to come this week. I'm gonna ask my spirit guides, what are we anticipating this week? What is this week going to bring us? Okay, so we got the Three of Pentacles upright, and it says difficulty letting go, hurting, saving, holding on to financial success, miserly. So if you feel like that card resonates with you, difficulty letting go, I definitely can attest to that myself. I think what I'm having a difficulty letting go, which is crazy to say, is my fear of posting and doing this and letting, you know, the internet and, you know, anybody who's on the internet see this side of me. Because yes, like, I do go out and wear bracelets and stuff like that, but I never go deeper than that. It's only if I'm like on here. You know, some people in my life, they know, like, I'll do tarot readings for them and stuff like that, but I'm trying to branch out and get onto this other side of, you know, reaching people. And yeah, I've always wanted to, again, post content and stuff like that. So this is something that I'm passionate about, that I like to do. So I just hope that it creates a community that knows they're loved and accepted, and they're in a safe place, because it's hard to find safe places right now. So I think I'm gonna do another poll for the collective, see what we're looking into. But this time I'm gonna ask, what is the month of December gonna look like for the collective, you know? It's the end, it's, you know, it's winter time, Yule season, the summer solstice, you know. Sorry, I dropped it. We got the Two of Swords reversed, guys. What is going on? I know the energy's kind of crazy. A lot of people are stressed, especially because this time of year they make it about consumerism, buying presents. Oh my god, and then there's no money, and you know, this, that, and the third. But I really hope we get to a point where, you know, like Christmas, Yule season, we can kind of go back to the basics of what this time of year used to be about. Getting away from the materialism, I think, would be really good to do, because gifts that come from the heart, writing somebody a letter, you know, getting them a card, getting something, making them something, is really, really, can show your love a lot more than, oh, I bought you this like $200 thing and now I'm in the hole and I have no money, but I hope you like your present. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like gifts should come from the heart. Not to say that you can't like buy something special for somebody, but again, just like the mindless consumerism of buying gifts for people, I think that is getting really outdated and old, and we should try to move away from that as much as possible. And yeah, so yeah, the Two of Swords, unwilling to make a choice, indecisive, turmoil, overwhelm, fears of uncertainty, stress, and this can just really reflect because of the time of year we're in. This time of year brings up a lot of feelings for a lot of people, whether you've recently lost somebody, you've had the feeling of losing somebody before. I think this time of year just brings this energy out for a lot of people, especially if you had other things going on earlier on in this year anyway. It can kind of all just come to a head. But like I said, winter solstice, Yule season, the light will return and it will get better. You know, the process is hard right now, but the end result will be worth it. Sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts right now. I think I'm gonna do one more card pull. So we'll have pulled 3 cards today. So yeah. I hope you guys are having a good day today, day, night, whatever time it is for you. I'm gonna do a pull of what the energy for the new year is gonna bring 2026. I'm in the vibe, the era of 2026. I hope it'll bring to me just really being in my own, center. Brushing off the haters, getting rid of, people around you who don't really have the best interest for you at heart, and they're just around you to place doubt or, just have you overthinking, not trusting yourself, not trusting the decisions you're making. So, alrighty, my spirit guides, my ancestors, what is the collective for the collective card for 2026? What success of enemies and defeat. Again, I think that's what we were just kind of talking about. Purging, letting go, and yes, if your enemies succeed, good for them, but honestly, what road did they take to get to that success? Not all success is good success. I mean, I'm not sure if a lot of you watched that B. Diddy documentary, but yeah, that man had success, but look at the cost it came with. I mean, he is the Grim Reaper, everything, and everyone he was around would just kind of, but he would still be having success. Not all success is good success, just like all money is not good money. So yeah, and I know maybe some of these cards might seem scary or intimidating, but not everything that's on the darker side of things is bad. You have to have that balance of light and dark, that yin and yang type shit. So yeah. Sorry, I love doing tarot pulls because it's fun, it's easy, it's fun to practice with, and the more you practice something, the better you get at. So maybe, oh, look how the light's reflecting, that's fun. What do you guys think? Should I do one more pull? Let's do one more. What is the message that the collective needs to know in this moment? What is the message that the collective needs to know in this moment? We got the Nine of Cups reversed. All the cards are like almost all reversed today, guys. We're gonna have deep dissatisfaction in your life, materialism, regret, excess nightmares, unfulfilled wishes, and I was just speaking on, getting away from materialism and that kind of thing. Like I said, sometimes life has us go through these things to understand a lesson of getting away from certain things. Again, things that no longer serves us, and really teaching you something. Okay, I'm not gonna go through that again. I'm not gonna have that, situation or that person be around me again, because it's gonna be the same cycle repeating. And I don't think that's what we're gonna have for ourselves in the next year coming. I think a lot of us are finally gonna reach something that we've been wanting, going through the struggles. And I think at the end of the day, we will be alright and we will achieve what we want to achieve. But just remember, stay grounded, go outside, sit on some grass, or, just sit in a quiet spot and really ground yourself. Remember what you're trying to achieve, what you want to get towards, and at the end of the day, a healed person is not going to perpetuate the same cycles of abuse that an unhealed person would. So, if this message resonates with you, I'm glad. If it doesn't, sorry. Not every message somebody gets is gonna resonate with them. What I like to do personally, if something doesn't resonate with me, I kind of put it on a pin board, and I'm like, well, it may not resonate with me now, but it might resonate with me in the future, and I can look back on this moment and be like, oh, that's what that was for. I didn't understand it in the moment, but now I do. So yeah, if you guys liked me reading my little folk magic book or doing tarot pulls, let me know. Maybe another video that I can do is another tarot reading or something like that. Whatever pops in my mind. I'm kind of all over the place. Sometimes I won't even do spiritual videos. I'll just do ASMR trigger videos. It just depends what I'm feeling. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I feel like every time I say that, I'm like a generic content creator, but it doesn't hurt to leave a like or a comment or something on somebody's post. All it takes is 5 seconds. If you support is just something that comes naturally. So if it comes naturally to you that you like this video or whatever, thank you. Thank you, my ancestors and my guides, for being here with us today throughout this video. And again, if this resonates with you, take something from it. If it doesn't, just leave it here. At the end of the day, we'll be alright. And I will see you guys. In the next video. I'm gonna do just a little incense clear before we go, even though I already said my piece. Just to cleanse the energy. I hope you all have a good rest of your week. Whatever this week may bring you, I hope it is nothing but abundance, love, success. I hope you guys are at peace with